All right, welcome everybody. My name is Lindsay and I'm coming from Elevation live from Baltimore, Maryland. So thank you for joining me from all across the nation. Tonight will be a MoLates class, so it'll be a blend of mobility with a little bit of Pilates core exercises and some other strengthening. So when you are all set, kind of meet me on your mat, cross-legged. Again, pull up on those glutes behind you so that your sit bones are nice and planted. You're going to take a deep inhale with me, shrugging your arms up towards the ceiling, and exhale, coming back down, hands planted to the earth. On the next inhale, rise again, and on the exhale, drop the right hand down towards the right side of the mat and reach across with that left arm. Take another breath here, and on the exhale, we're going to come neutral. We're going to begin to sync your breath. So inhale, reach across. Exhaling, neutral. Inhale, reach. Exhale, neutral. Inhale, reach. Exhale, neutral. One more. Inhale, reach. And on this exhale, bring the right to meet the left. Shrug your shoulders up towards the ceiling. And then the exhale, drop the left arm down and reach across with your right. Staying here for a few breaths. On your next exhale, bring yourself back up neutral and we'll begin to sync with the breath. So inhale, reach across. And then exhale, neutral. Inhale, reach. Exhale, neutral. Inhale, reach. Exhale, neutral. Inhale, reach. Last one here. Exhaling, bring the left to meet the right. Again, take a deep inhale, shrugging the shoulders up towards the ceiling. And on the exhale, drop the hands down to your side. Go ahead and give me a few shoulder rolls back and down, loosening up that shoulder capsule. And then switching directions, coming forward. Go ahead and raise your arms about shoulder height once again, flipping the palms up towards you. You're going to bend in towards your shoulders, holding on to the shoulder girdle, and then you're going to rotate forward, almost trying to touch the elbows in the front of your body together. One more, coming forward, and then switch directions, opening up that chest. Again, meeting in the front of the body, but opening and going backwards. Two more here at your own pace. When you're all set, extend your elbows out to the side, reach your arms out, and relax them back down. Go ahead and drop your chin down to your chest, and we're going to rock our chin across a few times. And then taking your gaze down towards your right armpit, relaxing your shoulders down and back. If you would like to elongate this neck stretch, you can gently pull down with the left side of your head with your right hand. And you can also tuck the left hand under the left glute, keeping that left side of your chest nice and open. Really breathing into this posture, allowing the tension in your neck just to subdue with every breath. Taking one more inhale here, and on the exhale, gently release both hands and rock your chin across your chest a few more times. Preparing to go on to the left side. So take your gaze down towards your left armpit. You can stay here, or you can elongate the stretch by taking your left hand along the right side of your head. And then you can tuck your right hand under your right glute. No matter what, make sure to keep that right side of your chest nice and open. Sending the breath down the right side of the neck and across that right shoulder. One more inhale here. And on the exhale, gently release both hands and rock your chin across your chest. Begin to slow down the motion, coming neutral, and then roll up one vertebrae at a time until you're looking straight ahead. And we're going to teeter-totter our head. So you're just going to drop your right ear down to the right shoulder. Coming back up, You're gonna exhale, drop the left ear, inhaling up. Exhale, drop the right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Inhale up. Exhale right. Inhale up. Exhale left. Last one on each side. Inhaling up. Exhaling, dropping the right. Inhaling up. And exhale, dropping the left. All right, inhale, coming neutral. Shake out those shoulders. Then we're going to come onto our backs. You're going to hug your knees to your chest and give yourself a nice big hug. And gently rock from side to side, just along your sit bones back there. And then gently allow your right arm to come out to the side. You're going to take your left hand on the outside of the left thigh and then push your legs towards the right side very gently, allowing them just to fall to the right side of the mat. You can have your left hand hang out along your hip, or you can extend it out to your left, taking your gaze down to the fingertips. And with these stretches, I really want you to pay attention to your body. Make sure you're very patient with how it's feeling today. On your next inhale, bring the left over to the right hand, stacking wrists, ankle, shoulders, hips, knees. And then on the next inhale, open up your book. So the back of the left hand is going to come to the other side of the room. Exhale, stack the left over the right. Inhale, open your book out towards the left side. And then exhale, stack. Inhale, open. Exhale, stack. Keep doing this to your own breath, at your own pace. And one more here. Once your left hand is stacked over top of your right, take another deep inhale, rotating your left side of the body first, and then the right to meet the left. Hug those knees into your chest, roll on that lower back, and then prepare to go to the left side of your mat. So left arm is going to extend out, right hand can hold the right side of the thigh, and then you can gently allow your knees just to fall over to wherever they come today, keeping the legs nice and stacked. You can stay here, or you can extend your right arm out to the side and elongate the stretch by looking down those right fingertips. On your next inhale, prepare to rotate that right arm up and above on top of the left. And then we'll sink to our breaths, opening up your right side of your body. So inhale, rotate, open that book. And then exhale, stacking right to left. Inhale, open. Exhale, stack. Inhale, open. Exhale, stack. All right, continue with this, sinking your breath to the movement at your own pace. And give me one more here. And meet us back right over top of left. Take a deep inhale and rotate that right side of your body to neutral. And then the left, hug your knees into your chest. And then gently allow your feet to fall down to the mat. You can try to get your heels as close as you can to the glutes. Just relax here. Place your fingertips along the tops of your hip bones. We're going to find our neutral spine. So with the inhale, I want you to lift your back off the mat, keeping your butt, feet, and upper back glued. And then exhale, you're going to tuck that back so close that there's no space in between you and the mat. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck. Inhale, lift. Exhale, tuck. And pay attention to how your pelvis is moving, rocking on and off. So the forward motion is an anterior pelvic tilt, and then tucking is a posterior pelvic tilt. So in between these, go ahead and slow down the motion. Stay in a posterior tilt where your back is flat. And then I want you to lift off just slightly off the mat. And that's your neutral spine. So from here, take your belly button up towards your rib cage, closer to your spine. So when people say tuck in, let's do that motion. Stay here. And then you're going to lift one leg at a time up into a 90-90. So knees stacked over top of hips. And I want you to place your hands along the front of your thighs. So your hands are going to push into your thighs, and your thighs are going to push into your hands. We're going to do a hip isometric exercise. So you're going to push and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Once again, let's push for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. And you should feel it in that lower core. So if not, try to bring that belly button even further up. Tuck it nice and tight. Pushing here, again for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. And give me 2 more. Push for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. And last one, push for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Place those feet back down on the mat. You can windshield wiper the legs here. So I want you to feel that core activation so that you utilize those muscles for this core series we're about to get involved in. And also so you understand what a neutral pelvis looks like. All right. Release the racking. Find that neutral pelvis once again. So if you need to lift and tuck, and then come off the mat slightly. Bring your belly button to spine. I want you to lift off into a 90-90 once again. And then we're going to drop one heel at a time down. If that's too simple for you, you can extend to the bottom of the mat and then bring it back up. Make sure not to shift your knees. They want to be right over top of your hips. All right, we'll drop the right first. Up, then left. Up, right, up, left, up. Right, up, left, up, right, up, left, up, right, up, left, up, right, up, left, up, right, up, left, up. Last one on each leg, right, and then left. Hug those knees to your chest. Give yourself some love. And then gently allow those feet to come right back down. Find your neutral pelvis once again, and then we're going to extend our legs straight up to the ceiling this time. And if you have any lower back issues, feel free to place your hands underneath your lower back in a diamond shape. As your legs are up in the sky, I want you to give me Pilates feet. So your heels are going to come together, and your toes are going to point straight, flexing the whole front of the leg. We're going to do a few lower leg lifts. So we'll go about 30 degrees first, is stage 1, and we'll go down to stage 2, 60, and eventually 90. If you don't feel comfortable with that, feel free to go as low as you can up until you feel your lower back lift off, or middle back. All right, so lower with me for 30 degrees in 3, 2, and 1. Hold here and lift. Down and lift. Down and lift. Down 30 and lift. Down. Lift. Down. Lift. Down. Lift. And last one. Down. Lift. Straight up to the ceiling. Taking a deep breath, preparing for the next set, stage 2. So lower a little bit lower, about 60 degrees if you can with me, in 3, 2, and 1. Lower and lift. Point those toes, lower and lift, lower, and lift, lower, and lift, lower, and lift, lower, and lift. Last two, lower, lift, lower, and lift. Legs straight up to the ceiling. Point and flex those toes, give yourself a nice break, and come meet me in your stage 3. So make it personal, give yourself a nice challenge wherever you're at today with your body. Take a deep inhale, keeping that core tight. We'll lower in 3, 2, and 1. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Again, come to a point where before your middle back lifts off. And lift, lower, and lift, lower, and lift, lower, and lift, lower, lift, and we'll throw on one more. Lower, and lift straight up. Give yourself a nice big hug, and then we're gonna rock ourselves up. All right, so now come with your feet planted in front of you. Hands are gonna go behind you. I'm sorry, cross your legs first. Let's do this. Arms behind you. You're gonna make a steeple. So interlace your fingers, pointer finger and thumb stick out, and you're gonna try to touch the back of the mat. Opening up that chest. So come to where you feel at least a chest stretch for you. So if you need to plant your hands on the mat as well, and just open up, looking towards the front, maybe a little up towards the ceiling. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Relaxing the tension in your shoulders. Take one more inhale, and then come meet me into a neutral seated position. We're going to extend that stretch a little bit further. So if you're feeling comfortable just right here, hands behind you, opening up, pushing through the hips and the chest, stay here. If you'd like to extend this today, you can uncross your legs and then come into a nice tabletop. So fingertips are going to point out towards the side or a little bit diagonally towards the back. You're going to drive through those palms and then lifting your hips up until you're into a nice table position, keeping those shoulders rolled back and down. Lift that chest towards the ceiling. One more inhale here. And exhale, come back down. Shake out those arms. Let's hug yourself. Squeeze nice and tight. And then hug the world. Open up. Hug yourself. Hug the world. We're going to do that one more time. And there's one more extension if you'd like to join me. First stage is here. Pushing your chest forward, hands out to the side. Second stage is pushing into your feet, lifting your hips off the floor. And then the third step is to extend both legs, heels into the ground, pointing those toes, lifting up into a nice reverse plank. Stay with me here for one more inhale. And exhale, bend those knees, shifting your hips back down towards the mat and relaxing here. Go ahead and bend those knees into your chest and just give yourself a hug. Wrap yourself around your knees. Just settle yourself in here. Take one more inhale and then slowly roll yourself out of that stretch. We're going to work on a few side planks today. So go ahead and shift onto your left forearm. You're going to place that shoulder, so it's actually, your elbow, so it's actually within your shoulder, so not directly under, because then once you shift your body weight, it'll put less pressure on that shoulder. So either start on your knees today, or you can come up onto the side of your left foot with your right foot stacked. If you feel like you want to try this, but it's still a little bit hard, try the right foot in the front, and that'll actually take a little bit of pressure off the shoulder. So Wherever you'd like to meet me today, either on your knees, feet, or leg in front. We'll meet here, and then we'll start to do a few rotations. So I'll teach you when we're up there. Here we go. 3, 2, and 1. Up and hold. So watch me first if you can, or just listen. You're going to take that top arm and you're going to rotate under, almost touching the bottom elbow, and then rotate back up. Rotate under and back up. All right, we'll start counting here. 3, 2, and 1. Rotate, up, rotate, up. One more. Rotate and up. Drop those hips down. Rotate onto your stomach on the floor. And just allow your arms to come out like wings. Drop the left side of your face onto the mat. And just breathe here. Take one more inhale, and then we're going to come back into the same position. This time, we're going to do hip dips with the side plank. So if you're lifted, it's going to look like such. You just drop down and up, not touching the mat. If you're on your knees, the same concept. You'll just be a little bit closer to the ground, most likely. All right, get yourself situated. Make sure you spread those left fingertips nice and open. You're going to drive through that forearm, pushing yourself up in 3, 2, and 1. Holding here. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. We'll start hip dips in 3, 2, and 1. Drop and up. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Last 2. Lower, lift. Lower, and lift. Gently drop those hips. Rotate under your stomach. And turn your cheek to the right side. Arms are out like wings. So whatever we do on the left side, we obviously have to do on the right. So I'm going to switch myself on the mat. Come adjust yourself so now you're on the right side of your body. Again, take that elbow and make sure it's a little bit more internal than towards the top of the mat. Again, you can come up on the right side of your foot. You can come up on your knees, or you can bring that left foot to the front. All right. Wherever you're at, come meet me in 3, 2, and 1. Holding here before we start to do our rotations. I really wish you guys were here in person because I want to tell a dad joke so bad right now, and it might help time pass. All right, here we go. Rotations in 3, 2, and 1. Turn and open. Turn, open. Last one. Turn and open. Drop those hips down. Flop onto your stomach. Extend your arms out to the side and drop one side of your face down to the mat. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. One more breath here. And then come meet me back up on your forearm. Driving through the right forearm, opening up the right fingertips. Come up in the position. We'll start to do the hip dips this time. In 3, 2, and 1. Lift. Really shifting those hips up, tucking in that core. You got this. We'll start dips in 3, 2, and 1. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Last 2. Lower, lift. Lower, and lift. Drop those hips. Come onto your stomach. And hang out here. Arms are out like wings. Take one more inhale here, and then gently push yourself back into a nice extended child's pose. So knees are going to separate to the width of your mat, feet are together, and then curl your hands up towards the top of the mat. Forehead and head come down towards the mat, releasing that tailbone. If you'd like, you can curl your fingertips down to the side of your body now and just release your arms down, palms facing up. Let everything just melt into the mat. Taking one more inhale here, push yourself up very gently. We're going to come meet on all fours for just a few more exercises. So if you have any issues with your knees, please feel free to fold the mat. Hands are going to be stacked underneath of your shoulders, hips right over top of the knees. We're going to wag your dog just back and forth first. All right, slow down that motion, stay here neutral, and then we're going to do a few cat camels too to warm up the spine as well. So inhale, tucking under, looking towards the tailbone, and then exhaling, looking up. Inhale, tuck under. Exhale, releasing the tailbone, taking your head up towards the ceiling. Inhale, rounding. Exhale, releasing. Inhale, round. Exhale, release. Two more. Inhale, round. Exhale, release. Inhale, round. And exhale, release. All right, go ahead and flip those wrists for me. So fingertips are going to face down towards your knees. You're just going to rock back and forth, giving those forearms a nice relief. Good stretch along the front of your arms. All right, slow down this motion, and then gently crawl your fingertips back so they're facing the top of the mat once again. Stacking the shoulders over top of the wrist, hips over top of the knees. We're going to extend one leg out. So extend your right leg first, straight back to the back of the mat, and then exhale, tucking it under. Inhale, extend. Exhale, tuck under, using that core to lift you out and back in. Extend and in, extend, in. Two more, extend, in, and extend, in. Drop that knee down. We're going to take that same leg. We're going to open it out like a fire hydrant. So I'm going to show you on the left, but continue with your right. You're going to keep that leg bent, and you're going to open up and then release back down. So as you're doing your right leg, really push into your right hand to make sure you're still using the core on that side. Here we go. Lifting out, bringing back in. Lift out, bring in. Lift out, in. Out, in. Out, in. Out, in. Last two. Out, in. Out, and in. Drop that right knee down. Send yourself into a nice extended child's pose, and we'll do it right back on the other side. Take one more inhale here. Exhale, look towards your fingertips, crawling back up to all fours. Left leg's going to extend out. Tuck in that core, belly button to spine, and extend. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, in. Extend. In. Extend. In. Extend. In. Extend. Last two. In. Extend. In. And extend. Drop that knee down. Shake it out a bit and prepare to do fire hydrant on that side. Take a deep inhale, belly button to spine, and lift out and in. Out, in. Out, in. Out, in. Out, in. Three more. Out, in, out, in, and last one, out and in. Put yourself into a nice extended child pose. Relax those hands out in front of you. Take your forehead to the mat. And take a few breaths here. One more inhale, looking towards your hands. Exhale, crawling back up and coming into a nice seated position. We're going to extend those wrists out in front of us and alternate back and forth, pulling those fingertips to the wrists. Relaxing here. Take a deep inhale, reaching up and above our head. And exhale, coming back down to the earth. Thank you so much for joining me for MoLates today. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great rest of your week. Look out for the other classes on the portal.
Thank you.